Do it.
Good evening. Welcome to Fantastic Dimensions. I believe this is session 6 for the Eyes for the Blind investigation. It is the evening of June 9th. I believe we said that was Thursday, right? Or was it
Yes.
Tuesday?
No, it's Thursday.
It's Thursday, June 9th. Okay. You are at the name of the hotel, the Black Lion Hotel in Truro. It's evening time, like dinner and all. You guys
Dinner
all
sounds like
meet
a
for dinner?
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, the hotel has a
Indeed,
restaurant.
indeed. Mhm.
hmm Okay, you can go to the hotel restaurant. Um, yeah, the food is good. What are you going to do? Just eat and relax? Are you doing any further investigation, discussing your investigation, deciding where to go next?
Well, we're left with the potential of this ritual that perhaps if we do what was noted in the ritual, we can be relieved of issues. So I think that's worthy of discussion, to be honest, because it's looking grim for us.
I think we really need to find our way into that burnt hotel room.
Fair enough.
Perhaps there's some clue or something left behind there that we can use to further our case. But unfortunately, the manager has left for the day.
Well, that's fortunate, right? Not.
Yep.
We should be able to get into it easy peasy.
Without
Well,
asking permission?
Sure.
we do have um, a few of us here that have money, and that usually gets us where we want to go through the world. So you may be able to find somebody that might not be as fortunate as us.
Well, the young maid that I spoke with to find out about what had happened in the hotel, she even with the uh, the tip I provided was not very willing to go against her boss. She seemed quite frightened of the prospect.
Well, maybe we should just wait until things have settled down in the hotel and just make our way to the room and check it out. Unlock whatever locks may be there and look around.
Okay, is that your plan then? Just to relax here until later at night so you can sneak around and break into that room?
That's the suggestion. Yes.
hmm Anybody else got any ideas or anything to add?
Sounds like the only situation we can do, really, at this point in time.
Questions? Do we have rooms here, or are we staying
Yes.
here?
Yes, you have rooms here for
That
one night.
makes it
For one night.
so that makes it easier.
Check out tomorrow at 11.
Can I get a
Yeah,
late
I arranged for
checkout?
that.
Hmm?
Can I get a late checkout?
That is a late checkout.
When do you propose that we venture into the room then?
After supper, and perhaps when is there a bar here at the
Of
at the
course,
hotel?
yeah, I'm sure there is. Probably here in the
Whatever
restaurant.
the whatever the social whenever the social hour is up, or if it's really busy, if it's a booming night, then maybe we can use that as a bit of cover.
Wouldn't mind spinning a yarn or two to help draw the crowd's eye away from other goings on.
You want to go down and actually put on a distraction?
I
Very
could do
good.
so. I'm not averse to such. I have quite a few stories and folklore to perhaps distract the folks.
Well, that sounds like a good plan then. We're gonna leave Ruben to do this on his own, or who's gonna go in with him?
I could go with you.
Yeah, I'll accompany you too if you want. If you
Very
think
good.
That's fine.
not
Sounds
enough.
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make sure we have some form of light available. And I guess I'm going to do a quick pass by myself to swing by the room and see if it is locked first, and check the immediate area
What time are
And
you
then-
doing this?
right now, right after dinner.
Okay.
So I guess I'll go and make myself the life of the party in the bar.
Okay. I would like you actually to make spot hidden rolls, everybody.
Stand by. Roll with my dice that count.
Nope.
A 20 and a 0. So that is a 20.
3.
Nice.
That is an extreme success.
Okay.
A 20 for spot hidden is a hard success.
And James, how did you roll?
Trying to get to the dice thing.
Oh, okay.
Somebody wants to roll it for me. That's
Sure, I will.
fine.
32. What's your spot hidden?
And try to pull that up at the same time. Same time. Let me. Okay. Spot hidden is. Where's it at?
Last column, 5 down.
Okay. 10. No, it has to be more than that.
Can't be 10.
No, I got
25 base.
Does it say
Yeah.
10 in your spot hidden?
No, it's not. It's just. Okay, there we go. Spot hidden is 50.
Okay, cool. So you got a normal success. So everybody except for Spencer, you would all notice that the staff now seem to be mostly avoiding you. They don't talk to you unless they have to.
Of course.
Okay. So Spencer, you're going up to start telling tales of some sort, right? Telling stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a loud and boisterous American down in the bar to become the life of the party,
Okay.
spinning yarns and getting everyone involved, and hopefully distracting the staff as well.
Give me a charm roll, I guess, then, right?
All right, come
And-
on, baby.
How many stairwells are there up to the where the rooms are?
Let's just say 1.
It's easier to keep an eye on one.
Nice. I got an extreme success. I rolled a
Okay.
6.
So all the customers are very interested and are drawn in. None of the staff are. In fact, they kind of avoid all of you then as much as they can.
Well, I don't notice anything as long as the drinks are flowing.
So who is going upstairs?
All 3 of us, I think.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you'll notice somebody follows you.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So let's see,
Us.
who's in the lead? I guess it's Ruben,
Ruben.
Ruben was going to be in the lead, but yeah, go ahead.
followed by James and Glenn.
Yeah, I'll be
Correct.
at the end.
Okay, so Glenn, you'll notice that somebody is following you guys upstairs,
And
and he's an employee of the hotel. He looks like a bellman.
I'll
Go tell him we're looking for Charles Smith.
is that an actual person? I can't.
I mean, somewhere in the world it is, but no.
Okay. I'll there you are. I was wondering if you could help me.
Help you with what, sir?
A friend of mine was supposed to be checking in Charles Smith. Do you know if he has? Have you seen him?
I don't know. You should go ask at the desk, sir. And he starts to walk past you and continues to try to follow James and Ruben.
Actually, I'll wait a moment and follow him.
Okay. So
And then
now,
if it's obvious that we're being followed, then he's going to continue on.
Mhm.
Are we on, what floor were we on? Do we determine that? Whatever floor we're on, if we're being followed, then
okay, so you don't go to the first floor place. I think you guys are on the second floor, right?
yeah. So we'll make a show
I
of
don't remember
it
if we
that
ever said, but
we're in the wrong. I'll pull out a piece of paper and look at it, and then look at the doors, and damn it, and then continue on and go to a different floor if it need be.
yeah, okay. So you go to the second floor where your rooms are,
Right.
and you go
Still
to your rooms.
following?
Yeah.
Did you come to tuck us in, sir?
Is there anything you need, sir?
Yeah, I'd like to speak to the manager.
Mr. Greystone has gone home for the evening, I'm afraid.
Okay, then who's in charge right now?
Well, I'm a bellman, sir. I guess you'd have to talk to Mason at the desk.
Very well. What was your name?
Damn it. Robert, sir.
So he's at the main desk then, you said, correct?
Yes, the reception desk.
Okay.
Where I just actually mentioned to your comrade here to go to, he says, seeing Glenn behind him.
Well, no, if I wouldn't have left the stairwell if they're
Oh, you didn't? Okay, never
no,
mind.
like if they stepped off on the second, then I probably would have stayed down.
Okay, then never mind that.
So you're with me, right? With Ruben, we're both together at the.
Yeah, outside your rooms.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm gonna nudge Ruben and tell him I'm gonna go down there and give him the business for them following us around and ask what's up. Can't
Very
hurt
good.
At least if we bring them out in the open, then
Yeah, there can't be that many bellmen working. So when the bellman follows him, then I guess Ruben will make his way with whoever's left, if there's anybody left.
I actually will go down, ask for the if my friend was here, just so
Charles
that if he
Smith?
does, yeah, if he was checks, then I did ask the front desk for him.
Okay.
Unless there actually is a Charles Smith, and then I'm in a little bit of trouble.
What did I say his name was? Mason.
Mason.
Yeah, okay. So
Mason
he's
at the desk.
he's like probably in his early 30s. Kind of a big guy, bit of a mustache. He greets you as you approach. Charles Smith, sir? No, we don't have a
Yeah.
Charles Smith here.
Maybe he's coming in another day. I'll have to give him a call. Maybe there are phones, right? Yeah. Yes. Forgot what time period it was. Also.
Did the bellman go with them down below?
Yeah, he would. So then you go over to the room.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'll head up. So if I see them coming down, I'm gonna head up. Then since I've done
Okay.
it,
No problem.
you can't follow all three of us.
So the bellman will see, or sorry, the what do you call it? The night, call it a night auditor nowadays, but whatever. The man at the desk sees you approaching. James, he says, "Mr. Chamberlain, sir, can I help you?"
Yeah, I hope so. My party has been followed. Uh, it's like people looking over our shoulder constantly. What's the deal with this?
I don't know what you mean, sir. I simply sent Robert here to go up and check on you and see if you needed anything, sir.
Oh, we were trying to find the room, which an acquaintance of one of my party, um, he had a room number, and we were going to the person's room, and this one of your guys was following us, which is not the first time that's happened today. He's kind of
He
wondering
says,
why.
Robert says, that's absolutely not true, sir. I was going up to their room to make sure that they didn't need anything.
Well, I wasn't speaking to you at this point in time. I'm talking to your boss. So I prefer to have a talk with your boss and not with you. I've already had a talk with you, and you should not answer my questions.
What is
Truthfully.
your credit rating?
It's pretty high. Hold on just a second. I can bring it up. His credit rating is 60.
Okay, give me a roll.
Okay. Get the die. And we do D100 on this one, right? It's been a couple of weeks, so all the other
Yes.
games.
Correct,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, I didn't make it. I made it 82.
Okay,
And I don't want to use my
fair enough.
sanity on.
Okay, he says, no, sir, it's not right. He's not telling the truth, sir. We were just up there at his room, and then I brought him down here to speak with you because he requested it. And Mason says, I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience, Mr. Chamberlain. I assure you nobody is following you. Is there anything I can offer you as a token of our apologies? Perhaps you would like some champagne sent to your rooms. A bit of an aperitif. Is that aperitif? Is that right? What is it you have after dinner?
Yes.
Okay, good. Aperitif. Yeah.
Cordials.
Ah,
Maybe even caviar.
yeah, that's fine, I guess. It's just a little disconcerting to a couple of members of our party to they're not used to something like that, and especially in a fine class hotel such as this is.
Yes, I did see you had some of the working class with you.
Yeah, it's a little embarrassing to show them to have them come to a place like this, and after I bragged up what the service was going to be, what the rooms were going to be, and now this is happening, and they get a little disconcerted when somebody's following around.
Very well, sir. Well, please make yourself at home. Relax. I will send the champagne and caviar to your room.
Meanwhile,
Okay.
Ruben will open the door if it's locked.
It is
Yeah,
not
check
locked.
It is not locked.
Nope.
Well, that's odd.
Okay.
I put the lockpicks away.
You see that the room is burnt out pretty bad. Looks like there was a pretty bad fire in here. You can even see where the wall is burnt down and the room next to it is damaged as well. It's
Very
kind of in
good.
a corner of the hotel, pretty much. So
Can I determine what kind of fire it was? If it was just like he was smoking, or it was an accelerant like gasoline.
We got to go in the room first.
Yes, well, that's what I.
Going in the room.
All right, we'll go in the room. Close the door.
okay, you can do so.
Put on our lighting lights and check around.
Put on. You have lanterns with you.
Yep. I mentioned that earlier.
Cool. All right. So, what skill are you rolling for your fire? Trying to determine what started the fire.
It's either going to be physics or chemistry. It's the same number.
Interesting. Yeah, give me chemistry first.
Oof.
Success.
Okay, you don't find any source of any kind of accelerant. No kindling, no accelerants, there's no gas, there's no nothing. Give me a physics check now. Don't forget to put your check marks for improvement on those skills.
Extreme success. 9.
The patterns of the flame, especially even into the next room, don't make any kind of natural flame fire sense for travel, the way a fire would travel. They almost seem to be of like intelligent design. And they're extremely hot and intense. So it's not like somebody took a torch and waved it around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's odd. There's no accelerant like gasoline or anything like that, and the burn marks are not like natural, like a fire. It looks like it was purposely done this way, but it's not just this simple little fire. This was something hot and something deliberate.
Is there when looking around, does it have like something obvious, like an unscorched section that maybe the fire went around it like a ring or something, like it blew away from it, or is it just everything burned up? Is there any obvious weirdness that like that?
No, like the areas where the fires have spread to and touched, yeah, are just burnt up.
Can I figure out where it started from?
Yes, you think so. It seems to have started from the edge of where you can see by the dust pattern a bed used to be. And this is in the room that was rented out by Jay Smith.
Started off over here, on the, I guess, where the bed used to be.
Right.
Do you have
And
any?
he was supposed to sign in under a fake name, so that would make sense to use the John Smith or the J Smith. I'm no fire expert. I was hoping to find evidence of a ritual.
Well, yeah. Well, I said it's odd. It's not. Doesn't seem natural. It's more your territory than mine, I guess.
Well, I guess we'll look for signs of occultism as far like on the walls. Is there anything that maybe was written on beforehand and then left a partial scorch or something like that? Runes or encryptic patterns or something?
No, but you do find the place where the candle was burned near the bed. So you figure if he did do a ritual, it was probably right there.
Right.
Right by the source of the fire.
Well, if he did the ritual and he did it right, it didn't work because he got murdered. So what did he do wrong? That's the thing to think about. But let's go ahead and get out of here. We're not going to get too much more out of this except caught.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you get out of there.
And I was going to say we'll listen first and then creep out one at a time and then get out of there. And make sure to bang off shoes so we don't leave ashy footprints all the way up and down the stairs.
Very cool. Do you go to your rooms or what?
No, we have to go retrieve our American friend.
Okay.
Lest he get accosted by the crowd.
Sorry, 1 second. Oh yes. He's still down at the bar, of course. Okay.
Go
So
down
is that where you go? To the bar?
Right. Go make use of a cordial down there.
Very good. Okay. So you get some drinks.
Sure.
Hang out. So you do, again, you get the feeling staff are watching you from a distance.
Well,
none of them are blind, right?
No, none of them are blind.
It's a little better.
Mm-hmm.
When we can get a breakaway, we'll let the other members of the party know what's going on, what we found.
Okay.
Share the data, as it were.
Okay. Yeah, you all have caviar and champagne been sent to your rooms with some crackers.
Well, I guess we need to look at what has already happened, and that is that it appears the ritual already went through and was in place, but one would suspect that it didn't work. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been killed, and we wouldn't have gotten involved to begin with.
You telling this to James?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Sharing it with everyone.
I have a question. Maybe I need to roll to ask to be able to know this or not. But would I happen to maybe know about Arda? I mean,
Would you know about what?
Spontaneous combustion.
Spontaneous combustion.
If not James, then maybe Ruben might know because and even Spencer might know because it's something not really supernatural on the line, but kind of one of those weird things that had happened over times.
Yeah, I'm just trying to look something up right now myself. Let me see. Kind of caught me off guard with that one. Spontaneous combustion. Here we go. Where is it? No, there's nothing up there. Okay. Don't know why it showed me that. Ah, okay. Cool. Okay, I just want to see what it was known. So yeah, spontaneous combustion. You have what are your sciences?
I don't know about science.
What skills do you have that would pertain to that?
All right, let me take a look real quick here on my thing and bring it up. And let's see. Got a 30 in a cult, but I don't know if that would really be a cult. That's more like a legend, or I know that they call them that now. Let's see.
Maybe a cult?
Yeah, I got 30 in a cult. I don't know of anything else what it would be under. It could be under lore, or it could be a legend.
Yeah.
Urban legend is what they call it now. So,
sure, go for it.
To go under a cult. Okay.
Yeah, why not? Give it a shot.
All right. If not me, then maybe Spencer might know it because he was down there telling stories about legends and whatnot.
Okay.
Try to get to my dice. Hold on a second. Darn it. Everything is not where it needs to be. Nope. Okay. 96. He has no clue what that is.
All right. Sorry. Spencer?
Yes, sir.
Spencer, yeah, you guys are talking about all this later, so you can make it a roll, a cult.
Okay.
Occult rolls.
And also,
I rolled a 15.
Glenn, you
That
can
is
roll
exactly an extreme
physics.
success. I got a 75, so 15 is exactly an extreme success.
Okay, you know that there was an article, or sorry, not an article. There was a book in 1823 published called Medical Jurisprudence, which stated that commonalities among recorded cases of spontaneous human combustion included the following characteristics. The victims are chronic alcoholics. They are usually elderly women. The body is not burned spontaneously, but some lighted substance has come into contact with it. The hands and feet usually fall off. The fire has caused very little damage to combustible things in contact with the body. The combustion of the body has left a residue of greasy and fetid ashes, very offensive in odor. Anybody else who
Oh.
succeeded on occult would, have heard of this too. This is like basically a medical book in 1823 that was meant to be disproving the concept of spontaneous human combustion. But
Yeah, I'll relay all that.
and did you make your roll, Glenn?
Yes, I did.
You know that Victorian era modern physicians and writers believe that spontaneous human combustion is just simply a result of alcoholism. People who drink too much.
Could we because we're at a the characters are at a standoff as far as like with the information at hand and the situation and the menace, would this be an appropriate time for an idea check to try to put the train on the tracks, as it were?
An idea roll? Yes, go
Yeah.
for it. Go for it.
Stand by. 08 on my beautiful new dice. I don't even need to look it up.
I would remind
So-
you, first of all, that Horatio Cartwright is the man
Yes.
who you suspect came here and set the fire. He's the
Right.
man who was murdered then.
Exactly.
Like later the next day in, or later that day in, or on the train, right? Okay. So first of all, you reckon he didn't spontaneously combust here, probably because he seems to have survived to have been killed later on the train next to you.
Hmm.
Also, you go back to the first clue you found. Right. Is this the letter? Yes.
Letter.
The letter that Horatio was carrying in his briefcase. It was from his father Elias to my honored friend Jeremiah. This was to J. Oldacre, Esquire, remember, in Henland Thames. You went to his house, found his body. So his father had written to to Jeremiah. By the time you read this, I fear I shall be dead, but the time has come to act. Nistor Ferenc means to raise the Dulcarnan with incalculable consequences. He boasted much in his converse with me, and now I fear I know too much for his liking. Olaus Wormius I have instructed Horatio to hide, and by now he should have destroyed the Green Man if all has gone well. All right? There's a big hint for you.
Yeah.
I have buried the other things at Robin Hood's bower. You know where. Go quickly and beware of blind men who are not what they seem.
Okay, well, we can't deal with Robin Hood's Bower tonight. We asked people about Robin Hood Bower. It was just a place that they did pagan rituals, so it should be pretty easy. One should think it'd be like a Stonehenge thing, and the place to bury it's going to be in the middle, would be my guess. But the Mr. Ferenc.
Nistor Ferenc. It's a name.
I'm sorry, Mistor.
Nystor.
Nestor. Gotcha.
Ferencz.
Gotcha. Nestor French. Yeah, I had
Nestor
that from
Ferenc,
before.
yes.
We haven't had any contact with him, have we?
Nestor Ferenc?
Yeah, Nestor.
You don't believe so?
Okay.
Give me another idea roll, please.
Hold on 1 second. I just want to do this real quick because it's kind of funny.
Okay.
I'm loving these dice.
All right. What did you roll?
A 0-1.
Okay.
Here, I'm sending it to you.
Loyal, in one of the last conversations you had, with Loyal,
right?
Loyal mentioned to you that the gypsy fair that he had spent the night with when you guys were in
Right.
Henley was Ferentz's Fandambulum or Fabulous Fandambulum.
Oh, that's right.
Or
That's right. That's right. Man, we got to go all over this damn place.
And then again, he was murdered.
Oh, this is a long drawn out thing. There's so much. I don't feel that bad not remembering stuff because it's a pretty frantic sort of situation when they're in. All right, so that was a traveling sideshow carnivalish type of thing, correct?
Yes, I believe it was.
Not a permanent installation at that area where the regattas were.
Right. It was a traveling carnival.
So one could surmise that if we asked the right people, they would know where it's supposed to be or where it was recently. But we can't do that in the middle of the night. We can't go to the, I mean, we could go in the middle of the night, but I don't know how wise that would be.
French's famous Fandambulum of Fun.
Writing it
I'll
down
type that in
again.
the chat for you.
Yeah, thank you. Just writing it down. Okay, gentlemen. So we can find out about the Frenches, maybe confront them, offer them money, whatever we got to do to get out of this situation that we didn't want to be involved with to begin with. And then if that doesn't work out, then find out about, go to this location where they buried the Green Man, see if we can find something there.
One more thing from your
Yes.
idea rolls, since you rolled so well. So he said that Horatio should have destroyed the Green Man if all has gone well. Horatio was here and set this place on fire somehow, you think, through a ritual or spell, and then fled.
And died on the train.
And then died the next day on the train, correct. So, as he said, he should have destroyed the Green Man if all has gone well. You know from the articles and from the scene you've seen yourself that he only managed to destroy about a room and a half. He didn't destroy the entire hotel.
Oh, was that the intent, to destroy the hotel?
Well, what do you think? Why do you think he set it on fire?
Well, I'm not saying Ruben's good at setting fires, but Ruben's good at setting fires.
The inn is called the Black Lion, not the Green Man.
The only Green Man that I know of is the classic, Michelangelo's Green Man.
So where is this Green Man he was meant to have destroyed?
With the item that was buried at...
Well, no. Because we traced Horatio here. He had, and then the letter it was sealed when we found it, was it not? He might not have known anything about the things at Robin Hood's Bower.
I wrote Robin Hood's Bower. That's funny. Well, gentlemen, other than getting a ticket to the Americas to get away from all this, what are our options? We try to do something tonight other than be vigilant?
I think we need to go and find what other items are hidden in the Bower once we have a chance to get out of this place.
Tonight or in the morning?
I don't know how we would get out there tonight. We don't have a man ready to go.
Yeah, and you're in Truro right now.
Yeah,
I have tickets for us back to London with the train.
And do you remember Robin Hood's Bower wasn't too far from?
No, it wasn't.
Henley-on-Thames.
Right.
I'm gonna say, yeah. Pre-Christian, Old Hill, Maidenhead Thicket.
So you're just going to go to your rooms and...
If we are worried about something, perhaps we should all gather together in one room.
I think that would be wise.
And stand a watch?
Or at least bar the door.
Indeed.
And then be prepared with items to defend ourselves. Perhaps bar the door and set a simple rope.
Man, who hurt you?
Yeah.
Perhaps we can go to
a cultist touched his secret place.
Perhaps we can do the old trick where you pile pillows under a blanket to make it look like you're sleeping in your room, and then we can all gather in one.
We could do that, and also at the near the door, between two pieces of furniture, put a piece of rope at ankle height, so that if, I don't know, a blind man comes stumbling in to stab us, he would trip over it.
Quick question: in the adjoining?
Like doors
Sorry?
between them?
Yeah.
Oh, your
Or any-
rooms. Are they
I
adjoining?
wouldn't,
Yeah, any of them
I
adjoining.
wouldn't think so.
What's your luck?
44.
44? Anybody got lower than 44?
Oh yeah,
Stand by. I want to say that's
I've
right
got
about what.
22.
Yeah, Ruben's got 43.
Who has 22?
Spencer.
Spencer.
I spent a lot of luck to jump out of that cab.
Okay, Paul, roll a percentile for me, please.
44?
No. None of the rooms are adjoining. They might be next to each other, but they don't have doors between each other.
Yeah, I didn't think they would.
Give me a moment. I'll make a door. No.
Yeah, right. Okay, Mr. Scientist.
I'm an engineer. If anything, I could engineer a door.
He uses a piece of chalk, draws a door, and it opens up.
Not
What?
3 times.
If that
I
happened,
want that kind of chalk. Okay,
See your
so
face
you
working.
all go into one room. You barricade
Make
it.
sure that nobody notices us doing it, going all into one room. Like keep a lookout
Oh.
at both ends of the hall.
Okay, cool. No problem. You barricading the door?
Yeah,
Everything
with
will
the
lock
classic
in.
with the chair,
Chair right up under it?
right? And then between a dresser and the whatever the most convenient place is.
Okay.
If we don't
And
have
you
the
take
rope,
watches too, or do you just sleep?
I don't think we need watches, but if someone's upset about it, then we could. Ruben's going to sleep.
Okay. Anybody
Yeah.
else?
I will stay up for a little bit, but I'm probably kind of drunk and tired, so I'm just gonna like pass out at some point very quickly.
how many beds are there? Are there 2?
Um,
I'm sure it's large enough for 2 people.
I believe it was just a double.
So 2 in bed, 1 in a chair, and a
Yeah, Ruben will take one of the chairs. He's
Okay.
he's a
You have
a-
extra blankets and pillows you can bring over from the other rooms. You can
yeah,
sleep on the floor,
exactly.
etc.
He's a gentleman that has lived a harder life, so
Yeah, no problem.
sleeping in a chair is not going to hurt him.
No problem. Okay. So, how late is Spencer staying up before he falls asleep?
Let's see here. Let's make a con roll.
yeah, I can stay up. I'm used to staying up late.
I rolled an
Working
88, so I'm like, all right, well, I will stay up for a little bit. Let's see if anybody can get in the room and
I also rolled 2 over my con.
right
Okay,
out.
so you're all asleep. Okay, everybody make a listen roll, please, and tell me what kind of success you get.
Oof, Jesus. 63. I do not believe that is a success.
You're
I
not
got a
80.
44, which is a fail.
You're not it. What about James? James is the last one.
Yeah, no, wait. He only has a 30 for listen.
The 19, and my listen is. Sorry for all this. It just takes me a while to go from place to place.
It's
So,
base
like-
20, so
Degree of
I got a
success is
40
important.
listen.
So you got a
40
hard
listen.
success?
What was it, 19? Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
it was.
So are you sleeping on the bed? Who's on the bed? Ruben's on the floor, or in a chair, I think.
Sure.
Yeah,
I
I think
probably am on the bed.
the 2 of the James and Spencer
On the
probably
bed.
took the bed.
And Glenn's on the floor.
Yeah, I guess
Okay.
I was on the floor.
Glenn's on the
That's
floor.
fine.
So James, you wake up. You could have sworn you heard like the doorknob turning. Everybody else is asleep.
And where did you say I was sleeping at?
You're in the bed with
Yeah, I'm
Spencer.
in the bed. Oh, okay. I'll watch it.
Okay. How long you watch it for?
Till it stops turning.
Okay. Anyway, you watch it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then you actually see it turn a little bit, almost soundlessly, but then it kind of pops back up. Kunk. That's the sound that you heard that woke you in the first place.
I couldn't hear the last part of your sentence. I'm having trouble with hearing it.
No, I was just saying. So you actually witness it. You see it turning almost
Yes.
soundlessly,
Yes.
and then it just like lets go, and it makes a quick little kind of popping sound as it pops back up. And that's the same sound that you remember hearing when you woke up.
Is there any light from the hallway that I could see, like underneath the door, like there's a shadow?
Not
of
really. It's pretty
somebody's
dark.
feet or anything? No. Okay. Okay. So the door is shut still. It didn't
Like
open
this
it?
is if you look at the clock, try to read the
Yeah.
clock. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Okay. Spot hidden roll to that. Spot hidden roll is rolled a 47. I don't know if that's going to make it or not. I'll find out right now. And spot hidden roll is 50. Yep.
Yes, that's a
Okay,
regular
so I
success.
made it.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, you can look at the clock and you see it's like 1 o'clock in the morning almost.
Okay. Does that correlate with any of the time of the other people we thought died?
No,
Or we don't know when
No,
they
no.
died?
no, no. Nope. Your man Horatio Cartwright was murdered in the morning on a train.
Yeah. Okay.
Your friend Loyal was murdered in the early evening, mid-evening, whatever, evening time anyway.
So who else is sleeping in the bed?
Spencer is beside you.
Okay, I'll nudge him and put my hand trying to close to his mouth or whatever to keep him from saying anything loud when he comes up.
Not tonight, Maggie. Hmm? Oh, what's going on?
Somebody was turning the doorknob.
Wow. So our suspicions were correct. Someone was trying to get in. Did you? Well, I don't suppose you can see through doors.
No, I can't see through the doors. But I'm just sitting here waiting, and I thought I would let you know in case you might hear something that I don't. Or come to some kind of conclusion.
Well, I will get out of the bed. Just kind of creep towards the door and try and listen closely to see if I can still hear anything in the hall.
You believe you hear the sound of retreating footsteps, slow, methodical.
I think there was someone out there. They're leaving now. I'm gonna go over to the window and pull back the curtains. Is there like any way for anybody to like cross from one room over to ours, like a ledge they could crawl along?
Yes.
Well, then make sure the window is locked and keep the curtains pulled open. For
I'll
both
whisper to
however windows are.
I'll whisper to Spencer and say, "Is there any black cabs out there?"
Oh, look! Do I see anything?
No, you don't.
No, we're quite clear of suspicious cabs. Not sure what we should do. Perhaps go back to sleep?
Best we can do.
I'll go back over the door and make sure that the chair is still firmly wedged in place.
Yep, it's still firm.
Okay, and then shrug and go back and lay down.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and immediately pass out again.
Wow.
Yeah, I rolled a 90 that time.
Nice. Yep.
For con.
Okay. You guys sleep. You wake up the morning of the 10th of June now, right?
In June.
Well, gentlemen, it appears we had someone try to visit us last night. The wedged door did the trick, though. They were not able to get in.
Very good.
James noticed them. I was quite asleep at the time. Checked the window ledge to see, again, peek out there. Oh, perhaps we should check the other rooms to see if there's anything disturbed there.
Sure.
Hmm.
Friday.
Did you have anything set up so you'd be able to see if somebody had gone into your room or something?
I did suggest that we do the pillow thing to make the look like someone's sleeping in the beds.
Yeah, that's what he had done.
Oh, okay. Interesting. In all of the rooms or just one?
I don't know.
Our other rooms, any rooms we weren't in, we were leaving the pillows under the blankets or whatever.
Right.
Yeah, all of them, I
Interesting.
guess.
Okay. You find all 3 rooms. Someone has gone and stabbed the hell out of your pillows and blankets.
Hmm.
Looks like it was done with a triangular blade.
The smokes. God, Lord in heaven.
So, Spencer, when you came over from the States, how much was that ticket?
Oh, my publisher arranged it. I don't really know.
Well, I just came over from the States just a few months ago.
And how much was your ticket?
That's a good question.
Don't ask me, but whatever.
Okay.
It wasn't that much.
It's not terribly expensive, no.
Whatever that amount was, I think we should look into getting some of that. Okay.
Came back too early. We should have stayed a little longer.
All right. So
We're all safe. I mean,
indeed.
did have the foresight to lock ourselves into one room, but I believe this is something that should be reported.
Definitely.
And
I think that we need to involve the police in. I'm going to give a reaming to that damn.
Well,
bring the manager up there and show him the beds.
Well, Well, my room, since I'm just assuming everyone stayed in my room.
Wait.
So
if he thought that the hotel was a center of evil, perhaps everybody in the hotel staff's involved, at least in the upper. And if we let them know, then they'll just sick the blind guy on us again. So maybe it'd be more prudent, since we don't really need to call any more attention to ourselves, is just to gather our stuff up and get out, and then go on about our business.
But they'll eventually find out we're not dead.
Clearly.
I'm sure they probably have figured such out already.
Yeah, if they stab feathers in the pillow.
Well, it's early in the morning, but yeah.
If the blind men were stabbing us, maybe they didn't know. I don't know how smart they are.
True. If they are zombies, you said they might be?
Something like that, yeah.
Some sort of undead thing, they might not know the difference between
an automaton of some sort. Puppet.
Is there anything around outside the door or on the door handles that we may see to give us some kind of clue?
Like a marking, like blood or something like that?
Yeah,
they would have had to have a key to get in. You all locked your rooms, right?
Indeed.
Yeah, you locked your room as well, didn't you?
I
Before
did.
barricading it? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, you don't find anything on the doors, or there's no signs of blood or anything of that sort.
I think we should make a show of it and say we're going someplace that we're not, like somewhere far away, like Edinburgh or something like that, somewhere to really throw them off if somebody is passing along information that we have urgent business. We've come across something and we must get up there immediately, and use that as a ruse.
So you're gonna check out and get the fuck out of Dodge?
Right. And any forwarding, that's what I'm saying, any forwarding mail or people that are looking for us for business transactions, to let them know to look for us at, he's well traveled, so whatever a nice hotel is in Edinburgh,
okay,
that's where we're going to be. He even leave a little handwritten note with his card for that.
At the hotel, you mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why would you do that when you're checking out?
in case something gets sent to us afterwards.
Okay,
Contacts that we made local,
sure,
and clearly to mislead anybody that's trying to get us killed.
fair enough. And you're going to do the same thing in London?
Well,
Have
we're not going to London. We're going to go
Okay.
to,
Henley?
yeah,
The
the
Bower?
Robin Hood's Bower.
Mm.
Not to, where's the famous Fantabulum Fun?
Well, we'll have to find that later. The
well,
Robin
last
Hood
time
Bower does
you guys knew about it. It was at Henley, but that
right, but
was
Robin Hood's Bower
over a
doesn't
week
move
ago.
around, so we'll go there first.
At least we hope not.
Mhm.
Yeah, Robin Hood's Bower,
Okay.
Headley on Thames, Pre-Christian, Knoll Hill, Maidenhead Thicket.
Sounds good.
All right.
Do you think that the whoever's controlling these so-called zombies are able to see through the zombies, or they just give them a task and
I
leave
don't
it at
know.
that? If they do that, then they think they killed at least 3 of us, um, because they would have no idea that there was fellows that they were stabbing if they were just zombies, unless they could watch what was happening through the zombies' eyes. You know
I
what I'm
suspect
saying?
that they have to put physical eyes on us, otherwise they wouldn't have known to look at the hotel. So I suspect it's more like shooting a gun. They're pointing it and telling it to go do its thing. And as much as he knows about the occult, if it doesn't have eyes, I don't see how they could see through it anyway. It's
Magic.
not blind; it has no eyes at all.
Yeah, that's true. So do you think maybe they might believe that 3 of us are dead right now?
Or maybe they think all 4 of us are dead.
I doubt it. I doubt it very seriously. But I would be happy to be wrong. But in the meantime, if we didn't already look it up, we're going to look and see
Oh,
what it needs to get us to there, unless somebody has a different idea.
one more thing. Give me another occult roll. Anybody who has any training in occult. So yeah, anybody who has an occult score. I think the base is 0, right?
16.
I got 60 over, but I'm not trained.
Okay.
I don't even need to look. He's got a
16
great
is a
occult.
success. Yeah, it's like a hard success at least for you.
Yeah, it's a great success. Occult.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a
is-
20.
Not quite an extreme.
Oh,
success.
16 is an extreme success on the nose.
Really? You have 80 occult? Holy shit.
80 occult. That's his big thing.
Yep, I rolled a
Damn.
22. It's
Nice.
just a hard success.
You know what the word Olaus Wormius means now. Olaus Wormius was the name of a book. It
Right?
was a Latin translation of a book called the Necronomicon,
Hmm.
from which Dr. John Dee translated his own English version.
Right.
Maybe that should have been a Cthulhu Mythos roll. Ah, fuck it. I'm just going to throw you a bone. That's another bone I've thrown you today.
I like bones.
Yeesh. Okay, so you're getting a ticket and you're going to go back to Henley, basically, yeah?
Indeed. Go check out this.
Okay, let's take a bio break then.
Very good.
Smoke if
I'll
you got
break
them.
it is. Gross.
Help yourself. There's all kinds of candy in there. There's bananas should be up on the refrigerator. There's bread. There's some crackers, chips, anything you want up there. Help yourself.
I do love some chips.
I'm sorry.
I was
I'm
just
gonna
thinking the
mute
same
my
thing.
microphone. I have a friend that's been over on a few.
Yeah,
Saturdays
I
this
heard him rooting
year.
you on there a couple of times.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sorry about that. Yeah,
That's
No
cool.
worries, no
It's fine.
worries.
There's no need to be
yeah,
sorry.
he's a longtime friend and longtime role player back in the day, and so he enjoys listening to our adventures when he's here.
Welcome, friend.
Same as Bernie.
Welcome, Bernie.
What's that?
Has your friend Bernie ever played Call of Cthulhu before?
He asked if you played Call of Cthulhu before.
I never have.
He said he never has, but he has me. He has been over, and we've done a lot of the board games. We did Mansions of Madness and a couple of other ones that are influenced by the Lovecraft.
I'm back if we're keeping track.
Oh,
Back.
I heard you. I'm
I
sorry.
am also back.
But... Excuse me.
Just had a couple of my stuffed jalapenos. Got a hot one. Whew.
They look delicious.
Yeah, they were really tasty. I didn't have bacon, so I used tiny tidbits of pepperoni.
Ooh, that'd
Yeah,
be awesome.
No, I
Pepperoni and cheese
like
stuffed
it better with the
jalapenos? Holy
pepperoni.
shit.
Yeah, I like it better with pepperoni, to be honest. I like bacon, but unfortunately, everything you put in bacon with bacon in it tastes like bacon. So it's hard to really balance any
Well,
flavors
hey
other
now.
than.
That's not
Well, I
necessarily
like
a
bacon.
bad thing, but
I know, but I'm just saying.
you know what I like bacon in that had been getting recently until COVID fucking took out all the restaurant business, but
Bacon.
milkshakes with bacon.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, they put the bacon in there and they blend
No,
it up with the milkshake.
I'm saying no.
Yeah, swear to God.
No,
They
I
do it
realize
at,
you're doing it, but I'm saying no, you're bad.
They do it at Five Guys. It's really good. I'm telling you, it's really good. I had a cherry milkshake with bacon. It was awesome.
Well, I can't have the milk or the sugar, so milkshake's right out.
All right. Well, I love milkshakes, so sorry about your luck.
Unless it was some kind of vegan thing, which, I'm just not going to do.
Jesus Christ, John.
Anyway, so it was cream cheese, sour cream, 3 types of cheddar, shredded, little bits of pepperoni, black pepper, and that's it. And what I did was I hulled out and I salted the halves first, and I roasted them,
Mhm.
and then I used a paper towel to dab out all of the extra moisture that the salt drew out, and then I packed in all of the filling, and I baked them again. You don't have to bake them as long if you roast it first time.
Okay.
And if you dab it out like I did, it takes a lot of the moisture out so they don't get all floppy and saggy. Really tasty. They turned out really well. I really like the pepperoni in it.
Good.
Pretty tasty. And then I had 3 kinds of cheddar. You can't go wrong with that.
What is it you're eating?
Jalapeno, stuffed jalapenos.
Stuffed jalapenos.
Oh,
Oh, we have those. My wife had some leftover jalapenos. She made them, but put them in the freezer. I keep saying, why don't we have them? They're just sitting there mocking me every time I open up the freezer.
Mm-hmm. Funny.
Yeah, have them. I'll have some of that. Pardon me.
And I usually put panko on top.
Holy shit. Who the fuck was that?
wow. Who's got barking spiders?
That was loud as hell.
God damn.
Is everybody okay?
Woo.
I usually put panko on it, but I didn't have any panko, so I didn't do it.
Well, I just hope that wasn't Rob's buddy. Because that's abuse. Go over to
He's
your friend's
muted.
house and just drop shit like that.
Rob's microphone has been on mute.
Okay.
So
Well, anyway, anybody who wants to review it can hear it on the broadcast later, on the recording.
Maybe next time you should mute the when we're on break. You should mute us.
No,
I
I
was
like the
I
banter.
was definitely
Enjoy the banter.
I was muted, so it definitely wasn't me.
You were
I was
talking,
muted.
actually, I think, at the time, John, so I'm
Damn it.
suspicious.
That's true. But still, I'm going to say it wasn't me. I identify with someone that didn't fart.
Mhm.
I had a player once. I swear I couldn't tell. He had a wireless headset. I don't know if he was pouring himself water or taking a piss. I really couldn't tell.
Oh, see, what always gets me is I do the dishes a lot. Like I'll be talking in group chats or hangouts and stuff. And so it often sounds like I'm taking a piss. But then again, sometimes if it goes on for minutes, you can probably pretty rationally guess that, yeah, I'm not pissing for the last 3 minutes. But
I always thought you were taking a leak, and I thought you had some really bad kidney stones coming out in the end. All that
jeez.
thinking.
Funny.
Pardon me.
Haven't had to deal with kidney stones yet, thank goodness.
Had them since I was 14 or 15 years old.
Poof.
They don't bother me anymore. I mean, they're probably calcified there somewhere in the kidney, but they're not passing. Fortunately. There was a couple of times they passed when I was younger, and it was really, really bad. And there's other times they passed fine without any problems. So, yeah.
Well, all right. One quick smoke, and then we'll carry on.
Forced into a sedentary lifestyle, they
Right.
seem to form. So.
If anybody's sitting at their computer and wants to, real quick, type in Truro to Henley on Thames and see how long a train would take to go to, like today or tomorrow, or whatever.
Truro, Henley on Thames.
Just have to select train. It will take Turo Milan. No. How was it spelled?
Milan.
No, Truro is in Cornwall.
It
isn't
says here
Or Wales.
5 hours 29 minutes via rail.
Okay, so
Truro, Cornwall to Henley on Thames.
that's the one. Yep.
How was it spelled? Just so I know.
Truro. Truro.
Ah, there we go. I missed the first. I missed the. I moved the R over. Yeah, 5 hours, give or take.
Okay, we're not quite back into play yet, but somebody go ahead and make a party luck roll for me. You might as well make it, Paul.
Oh, not even close. Almost double. 80. I rolled.
It's more than double because the party luck is 22.
Oh, the party luck is.
It's equal to the lowest luck in the party.
Yep, I got the lowest luck. Because I used all my luck to survive being stabbed to death in a cab.
In fairness, not too many people have fared very well against those.
Yep. Don't die with luck.
No comment.
You saw what it
Maybe.
did. You saw what it did to Loyal. Just imagine what it would have done to Spencer.
Right? How many hit points do I have? 11.
I have a few more. Not as much as Loyal. No.
Go ahead. What? 18?
Yeah, he had 18. I have 15.
Yeah, the normal maximum, I think, for a human is 60.
We need to get some crazy old bugger in to throw wrenches at me so I can learn how to dodge.
Or diving
You
or
can dodge
dipping.
a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Well, you've got plenty of throwing knives around lately.
Oh, dude. Wow.
Wow, what?
Give me half a second. I get something to clean my glass.
What day are we up to now? The 10th of June, right? Friday? Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Back again.
Yeah, what did we say is going to be now? Friday the 10th when you're heading to Henley?
I can barely hear you. What's that?
What did we say it is? Friday the 10th that you're heading to
Friday
Henley?
the 10th. Correct.
Okay, cool. You okay?
Yeah.
All right. I'll be ready to go in a couple minutes. Sorry about the long break. I just needed one. I had to stuff my face and stuff.
Like
A
with
very,
cotton.
very
Or-
late dinner.
Ah. You're not a golem that needed more material.
Not last I checked. No.
A straw golem.
Straw golem, yeah. Cotton golem.
Mm.
Like a teddy bear,
Mm.
but it's animated.
Beanbag beads.
Ooh. Hacky sacks. Jesus Christ, man. You need to mute your microphone.
Check your foundation.
It's funny. Mic check. Mic check.
You guys having earthquakes over there in Texas or what?
Indeed.
Better check the Richter ratings on that one. think I heard your dishes rattling in the cupboards.
Uh,
All right, I guess I'm back. It was a nice break, though. Okay,
I put jalapeno in my eyes.
here's my screen. Don't put jalapeno in your eyes.
Yeah,
That's
that was
really
unfortunate.
fucking dumb.
That was unpleasant.
Aren't you a chef? You should know better.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
This was eating. This was not prepping.
Overlays. There we go. Okay, Friday the 10th. The hotel is happy to check you out as soon as you're ready to go. So, what time do you check out? Where do you go?
As soon as we can, and go to the train station.
Like 9 a.m.
Sure.
Down to the train station. Okay, you can get to
Unless somebody has another plan or any other things in between.
Anybody? Glenn, James.
I tell the manager off once again.
Oh, yeah, he's there at 9, like right when you're checking out.
And tell
You're
him,
really quiet, Rob. Move your mic if you can.
I'll go talk to the manager and I'll kind of tell him off about the service, and the things that have been going on, and that hopefully we'll get much better service, and I'll name the place where we're going to.
Oh, I understand, sir. If you want to leave a card, I can be in contact with you. We can see about rectifying any unsatisfactory service you may have received.
Just keep it on your file, and if I'm in this area again, I will check with you and see what you can do for me then. Maybe on the return trip home.
Of course. Well, the next time you're in Cornwall, if you're around Truro, you know where to find us.
Okay. Good day.
Good day, sir. Give me a spot hidden roll.
Just him or all of us?
Just him. Just James.
16.
16? It's
Yeah.
definitely a success.
Yes.
You can see him kind of like mouth some words as you're starting to turn away. You look back and you see him mouthing something, and he just kind of smiles at you. He seems just happy that you're leaving.
Well, I guess I'd be happy if I was him and I was leaving also. So.
Okay.
I'm us, and I'm happy we're leaving.
Where do you go? Just after 9 a.m.
Train station.
Train station? Okay.
Yeah, train station.
You can catch a 10:40 train to Henley. It will arrive sometime around 4:30 in the evening, afternoon, whatever you want to call that, late afternoon, early evening. Okay.
Very good.
Actually, closer to 5 o'clock because you got to transfer to another train. We'll say you're making a transfer at a station, but it's not a very bad delay. So,
and do we have any sort of documentation or anything to carry us over so that once we get there, we know how far it is to
I'm sorry.
the next step?
Oh, you mean to Robin Hood's Bower?
Yeah.
Yes. You know where Robin Hood's Bower is, I believe.
Oh yeah, I researched it.
Yeah, no, Dotson said the other guys researched it and told us about it.
It's a pre-Christian enclosure, about an acre.
Yeah, I've got all the notes.
It's about an hour or two stroll from Henley.
Stroll, gotcha. Mm-hmm. Carriage, very good.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you'll get to Henley around 5 p.m. What do you do there? Get off at the train. You have your whatever bags you had with you.
I'm assuming there's carriage drivers waiting potential customers.
Yeah, sure. Why not? You'll find a
We should
carriage.
get a hotel room.
Make
Gentlemen?
sure there's a number on the carriage.
There is, yeah. It's a Henley cab. Well, it's not a. This is bigger than a cab. This is a luxury cab.
Sure. Coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, coach, exactly. So he will help you load your. You have bags? You do, right? Yeah, you had like
Yeah, small,
overnight
yeah,
clothes,
overnight bags.
weapons.
Of course,
Yeah, well, he'll help
Nope.
you with whatever he can. Anyway, to load it
because
up
we're
onto
on a
the.
hunting expedition.
Yeah, you load it up onto the cabin in Henley, sir. You're hunting tourists.
Oh, no, of course not. This is just a short stop on our trip. We'll
No,
be
we're-
heading north after this.
Indeed.
Oh, I see. Okay. So where
We
do you
just-
want him to take you? To the
We
hotel?
just wanted a chance to see the city after the all the hub and hula bala from the regatta.
Oh, sure.
In its more natural state, of course. But yes, to the such and such hotel.
Well, the regatta is over.
Indeed.
Has been
Well,
for a while, but
right, exactly.
yeah, we can get you to the hotel. I can't remember the name of the hotel, but
Do you know if Florence's famous Fantabulum of Fun is still in town?
I'm sorry, sir.
However, it's pronounced. That was in this town, wasn't it? That everyone said. I wasn't involved in that. This character wasn't.
Yeah,
involved.
Brent's fabulous fantabulum of fun.
I don't know what that is, sir.
Well, then one would assume it's not here.
Was that part of the entertainment, perhaps, during the regatta?
Exactly.
I believe they've all moved on.
I see. Ah, well.
So, yeah, he'll take you to the hotel.
Mm-hmm. I'll book the room.
Okay. You book one big suite for
One
the four of you?
big group room, yes. If not, I can get 2 rooms. But I want
You get
Adjoining-
two adjoining rooms, and each
Excellent.
room has 2 beds. Each room has 2 double beds. They're nice. They're good sized. Loyal would have been comfortable. Oh well.
Loyal would have had one bed, but
He would have, yes.
or 2 maybe. I don't know.
While we go on about our day, I wouldn't be thinking out loud that we need to be better prepared if we get a visitor to trap it, secure it, whatever we need to do. I mean, I'm not saying let's set a bear trap down so that he steps into it and gets stuck, but yes, something like that, so he can't get away.
You don't want to follow it back?
A bear trap in the room?
Obviously, I don't mean a bear trap. I'm just saying.
More of a zombie trap.
Yeah, exactly. Catch him so that we don't have to fight with him and potentially get stabbed. Because
if only you knew an engineer.
Exactly. Yeah. We went the brute way with Loyal, and that didn't work out. So
Loyal had bad luck with zombies.
Yeah, it was his time.
So, yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna fashion up, Glenn? What do you got in mind?
Well, I don't know what kind of supplies we have, but is there
Somebody coming in the middle of the night and stabbing us?
Well, we can do the same thing we did last time, stuffing doors under the
No. I don't mean to deter them. I want to catch him.
Is there a bit of a hallway from the door, like somewhere between the doorway and the bed? It's easier to have like. So after they come in, there has to be a way to trip them and make noise, and then we could. You can use a blanket to drop on top of them. I'll need some things for weights. Just enough to make some noise and then wake us up, and then we can
jump on him.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that.
Deal
Enough.
with it at that point.
What's your skill? Engineering, something like that. Yeah.
55. Yeah.
Yeah, roll it.
If I had some time and some tools, I could do something a little more.
Yeah, but you
Just
got to
what we
work with the things that you got.
not even 81.
Okay. Yeah, you can fashion something up anyway. You get it all worked up, hung up, weighted, ready with a tripwire thing that you can set. And when the tripwire's set, if it's pulled, it'll pull that end, and then the weight will drop. And yeah.
Let's do it this way. Let's let it put the pillows in the bed, let it stab it, and then capture it.
Oh, and we're going to be in the other room that's barricaded, but we have the
Well, how do you
adjoining
know?
door.
I see.
So if it can't get into our one room, it'll go into the other, and then we catch it that way.
Can't get out again until we let it out.
Yeah, when we let it out, we can follow it to where it goes.
Okay. Gotcha.
So then we don't need to catch it. You're saying we're sleeping in one room that we barricade, and the other one we just need a trip alarm.
Maybe some way to mark it, like with paint or something, dye or powder or something, so we could follow it easily.
Right, I got a GPS tracker. We can.
Bottle of red wine. If we put it in, poke the cork enough to let it leak, and attach it to the zombie somehow, or tie it around it.
But if it sees us, to do something that detailed, we would have to do it ourselves. And if it sees us, it attacks us.
Well, if it's in that cage that you're gonna put over it.
Well, I don't know how much of a cage I can make with what we have.
It was gonna be a blanket with weights.
Yeah, as I said, there's not much.
Well, even if we slowed it down, if it had the blanket of weight, we could just cut it open up for its head to stick out and let it walk off.
But that's the other thing is if we're getting that close, it knows we're there and it will attack us. Will it not? I don't know. I've never seen one of these things.
In the meantime,
how do they see without eyes?
Because they're zombies. It's a cult. It's not science.
I'll have to take your word for it.
Yeah, for all we know, they could watch us what we're doing to the zombies and anything anyway. So, yeah, let's play it by ear.
Okay, so you're not setting up a trap right now.
That's what I was saying. To think about it, to give it some thought, because we need to get out to
it's like 6 p.m. now. To head out to the bower?
Yeah, you said it was like an hour walk, correct?
1 to 2 hours, yeah.
This time of the year, are we looking at another hour or two of light, or is light already starting to set?
All right, let me tell you 1 second.
Just a rough is fine.
No, it's fine. What year is it? 1892 or 3?
92.
It's June.
So it should be longer nights
this
anyway.
Is in Henley on Thames.
I think it'll be probably.
Okay, so if you leave now, you have a little over 2 hours left of daylight.
So if it's walking by an hour, then we should be able to get there easily within a half hour, if not sooner, by coach. 15 minutes by coach, maybe?
No. No, because coach won't work. It won't. You'd have,
it's
you have to go
overland.
off-road. Yeah.
Damn it. Well, gentlemen, do we chance it tonight, or do we hunker down and take the prudent path?
Well, of course, do we want to be doing this in the morning too? So it's a trade-off.
Is time a concern? The longer we wait, perhaps the less chance we'll have of finding anything. I'm sure there's got to be some kind of time limit to this.
Out in the dark, to some place we don't know.
Exactly. That's with known antagonists without eyes that don't need to see, that want to stab at us with their steely knives. I vote that we stay for the night.
Yes, I would very much not like to get stabbed.
All right, so we'll bed down. Go ahead and get your trap ready, and we'll bed down for the night then. So we'll start processing that.
And we're all going to stay in the other room.
That's the plan.
Very well then. I have an idea. I'll be back in a moment. I'm going to head down to the front desk and talk to the clerk there and ask him if I might get a cup of salt.
Sure. No problem, sir.
Very good.
I'll get it for you. Put it in, I don't
We're
know.
going to
Would you
throw
put
it over.
Would you put it in a cup?
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll bring that back up. And so the room that we're going to be staying in, I'm going to take the cup and I'm going to draw a line of salt along the door into the hallway. And then after we're all closed up and shut, draw a line of salt across the connecting door just in case.
Okay.
And then
And how'd you set up the other room?
across the window sills too, in front of the windows.
Right. Cool. And how'd you guys have the other room set up then? You
I
have
guess we're going
the
to.
bed stuffed with pillows and stuff, and
Yeah.
you setting up the thing to drop over there somehow?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
And I'm looking at you, Spencer, pouring all this salt, and I'm looking at him quizzically and wondering, are we going to throw any over our left shoulder too? To ward off the evil spirits?
Oh, don't be silly. That's just a waste of salt.
Hmm.
It wasn't accidentally spilled. That's only when it's on accident.
Fair enough.
That's a good idea, Spencer. How about if we hear that the zombie's in the other room and it fell to the trap or whatever, run outside quickly and put salt in front of the doorway where if it does get loose, it cannot leave.
I'll give that a shot. That's an excellent idea.
Yeah, let's go in.
I make sure the shotgun is close by because I trust that more than the salt.
Okay.
Salt in your shotgun might work better than bullets. You never know. I don't know. I'm just coming up with some ideas.
You want me to make a salt bullet? Interesting. I guess with like a spray type thing, like instead of pellets shooting out.
Yeah, it'd be you just take out the BBs out of the shell and put the salt into it, and it'll shoot the salt out. I think. I guess that's how they do it. Yeah, that's how it works.
So are
salt out of what now?
Are you going to the Bower tonight or not?
No.
No, we're gonna sleep tonight.
Okay. All right. So then you maybe get some dinner.
Correct.
No, or do you just stay in your room?
No. We'll
Oh
get
gosh,
some,
yeah, definitely eating.
definitely
Okay.
dinner, and
You can get room service maybe.
well, we're not heathens. We'll deal with it.
Okay, cool. You go down, get your dinner. No problem. Go up. Time for bed. You set up watch and everything too, or
Bar the door, same as we did before, and then the other one's set up with a trap.
bless you.
Bless you.
Sorry, I thought I was muted.
Did we rig up something so that, like, if
Yes.
somebody goes in the other room, it has the bell that goes off or anything like that?
Oh,
I could set that up too.
give me an idea
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, we'll do a string or something like
so
that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
04.
Like roll engineering or
was for.
something.
No, that's basic enough. I'll just let you have it.
It's a string and a bell.
Yep, you just set up a bell to ring if that door opens. Cool. No
Can I
problem.
have it set up to ring with a long enough string set to ring in our room? The bell.
That was the idea.
Yes. Yeah, I figured that's what you were doing.
Yeah, the string's attached to the other door. The bell's in our room.
No problem. All done. You pass through the night of Friday, 10th of June.
Yes.
Sun rises in the morning. Nothing has happened.
Saturday, the 11th of June,
Saturday, the 11th of June now, yes.
1892.
So we set it up that we just tell them we're trying to misdirect them, and now we want them to come to us even though we misdirected them.
No, we were setting it up in case they found us anyway.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, hopefully we misdirected them. They went away, or we could be going with the idea that, as y'all noted, that that they think we're dead somehow and they're not going to follow us again. But just in case they do, and they can, wanted to be prepared. Now we're going to get the coach to get as far as they can, and then we'll hoof it to the Robin Hood Bower.
Okay. So you get there in the morning.
Right.
Let me see. I'll go this way.
After breakfast, of course.
Yeah, of course. No problem at all. It's quite warm and close, you know. The air is thick with dust, pollen, swarming insects, and the swoop of feeding sparrows. Where's this? Oh, when was this? Yeah. You just going straight out there? You stop at a pub or anything along the way, or?
That was not my intent, but
No problem.
he's not alone, so
You just go straight out. Maybe you can come to the pub on the way back, right?
sure.
You could even get a carriage from there, probably. Okay, no problem. So when you get to Robin Hood's Bower, you find the Neolithic enclosure, which is now basically farmed as an ordinary field. Basically, you find just a grassy field with a 3-foot deep hole near its northeast corner.
Oh, let's go see what the 3-foot hole is. Freshly dug, I assume.
It looks like it might be a little over a week old, like maybe 9 days or so.
Great. And what do we find there?
Nothing, just a hole. Whatever was here was dug up and taken.
What's the length of the hole and the width, basically? Just
I'm just gonna say 3 foot by 3 foot by 3 foot. I don't know.
they should bury a body or something like that. Then.
Oh, I see what you mean. You would want to try to guess what's been buried here. Let me see. I'm just trying to see what the hell. Yeah, it looks like basically looks like a book would have been buried here, not a body. So it's maybe not 3 foot by 3 foot. It's 3 foot deep, but it's only like book sized. I'm not exactly sure what. Oops, went too far. I mean, I want to see what the hell a quarto volume. How big is that? A fat quarto volume.
What's the word you're saying?
Quarto.
I don't know what that word is.
It's a book size.
Maybe it's just the way you're saying it.
Anyway, Quarto, quarto, I believe.
Weird.
So yeah, There was a book buried here, but it's been dug up over a week ago. The time seems to coincide with around the time that you were in Henley-on-Thames for the regatta.
Fantastic.
Now, what do you do? It's, oh, let me see here. Yeah, you've got less than an hour's worth of light left in the sky.
I guess we're hauling ass back.
Okay. Back to Henley. Go and
Yeah.
get something to eat. Anything of that sort?
I have a question. I'm having a hard time hearing on you.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you too.
I know. I don't know what it is between the two of us. I just wanted to ask, just in case I missed it, was the dirt was fairly new being dug up, and was there
9 days ago
9 day? Okay, we could tell that much. Okay.
Well,
during the regatta.
Again, I was just throwing you a bone, but
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, okay. So you go get a bite to eat or something. Check the papers.
Sure. Conversation. Check the papers. Whatever.
Okay. You won't have to make any rolls to notice this. There is an article, like it's mentioned in the front page and it's continued inside the paper, of the Mortlake House, London, burned to the ground in suspected arson case.
Mortlake House burned to ground.
This says it happened on the. Oh, let me just double check that. Actually, I'll make sure I get that right. What's yeah, the Mortlake House burns to the ground on. Oh, actually, that was on the 9th of June. That was 2 nights ago, right?
Last night.
No,
Or
tonight.
no.
Tonight's
Yeah,
the 11th. Today's the 11th.
Yeah,
so-
you're right. It's Saturday the 11th. Yes, the 9th. Correct. Friday.
Indeed. So, give me a spot hidden roll.
Oof. 89. Nope.
Anybody? Or just
Yeah,
Assume
anybody.
everybody.
All of you who went out for dinner before going to bed for the night.
oh, then I hit it just on 50.
I got a 38 for a regular success.
Okay. Yeah, you see an article that's like pinned up on a wall somewhere, right? As an oddity, and it's dated from June 10th or June 2nd. Sorry, June 2nd, which was the day you were here for the regatta. I believe you may have even seen this before, but just in case you didn't, it was the baby farmers case, Bizarre Defense, by our correspondent.
Ah.
Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
Yesterday, in the continuing trial of Pearlie and Isabel Grubb, the couple from the Ratcliffe Highway, the accused, were at last brought to the stand to give testimony. Under examination, each admitted that they relieved women of easy virtue of unwanted offspring and that they paid 5 shillings per such infant to the mother. The Grubbs denied mistreating or disposing of the little ones, however, swearing that they kept them from a few months, then sold them to a mysterious blind man in black for a sovereign each. Their description of the visitor was vague, a blind man in a smart black suit and tinted spectacles who spoke lowly and hoarsely. The couple maintained that there was nothing criminal in what they had done, despite persistent cross-examination from Mr. Arthur Lyle, QC, counsel for the prosecution. The hearing continues tomorrow. Readers doubtless recall other public revelations of this traffic in help. Wait. Readers doubtless recall other public revelations of this traffic in helpless humanity. Such children, orphans, or those unwanted by lubricous parents, have often been sold to sweeps or other employers of children upon reaching usable age. We may be dubious of any concern for their welfare in such transactions. Prosecution of such cases is difficult while casual adoption remains legal. Only when death can be shown to directly result from baby farmer negligence have successful prosecutions be made. The difficulty of obtaining proof acceptable to a court of law may readily be imagined. So there you go. Actually, you hadn't seen that article before, but you did see another article, if I recall correctly, about some babies that were found in the mail or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. The infants in the post. That was the one you saw before when you were in Henley. So.
I guess we're gonna make
It's
it
late.
back.
It's dark.
Yeah, make it back to the hotel, set our trap back up, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in the morning I would have made sure to sweep the salt back up and whatnot. No reason to leave that for the maid.
bar the door and prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Crossroads again.
The night passes. Nothing happens.
We must find this cavalcade of whatnot.
It's now Sunday, the 12th of June.
I guess we head back home, or what was the other destination we could go to? It was house is burned down now. We went to the hotel. Well, we can hope that we're no longer being hunted. Maybe it's over. Maybe we just go home and bar the doors and hope for the best.
What time did it say that court session was going to be? Perhaps we can find something out there.
Sure.
That was on the 3rd of June.
Oh, so that's already passed.
You want to see what you can find out about the court hearing?
Yeah, I'm interested in that. I'm gonna head to the. This is in Henley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head over to the newspaper office and find out what I can, because that seems rather a blind man purchasing babies. Perhaps that's how they make their, or maybe they need them for some other nefarious purpose.
You want to try to track down the witnesses?
Yeah.
The grubs. Okay. Yeah, you can track them down, get their address in Henley if you're going to stick around, look for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Go to their house.
Yep.
By yourself?
I'll let everyone else know what I'm doing. If someone else wants to come with me, they're welcome to.
Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, and like a middle-aged woman will answer.
Good day, madam. Good day. I wanted to inquire about the court case that happened recently regarding. I don't want you to pry too deeply into your business, but if there's anything you could tell me about the man that you met, we are interested in tracking him down. The blind man?
Oh, yes. Gave me the creeps, that one.
Did he leave a business?
Who are you?
Oh, forgive me, and I'll pull out my card. My name is Spencer Tillman. I'm an author.
Oh, an author. Are you going to write about our case or something?
Well, I am writing a novel or a book currently about a separate case that this actually may be involved with, involving yet a different blind man, dressed very similar to the one that you were talking about, that you mentioned. I was perhaps wondering if they were linked in some way, and it could help us get to the bottom of this matter.
Well, he had a very smart suit, dark glasses. His voice was real low and gravelly.
Was he attended by anyone else?
No, he was alone.
Hmm. And how did he leave with the children? How,
He would carry them.
alone? Hmm. Did he leave any sort of calling card or a name?
No, no name, no card. Just money.
Fascinating. He gave no name and traveled alone.
Hmm.
And how did you get in touch with him?
He had gold.
If you were to deal with him again, how do you get in touch with him?
Well, we haven't seen him since the arrest and the trial.
Prior to that, how would you get in touch with him?
Well, he had approached us. We had done some work in the past for the orphanage here in Henley.
I see.
Yeah, the Henley Old Orphanage.
Did you know? Which direction? Well, did you see which way he walked off?
No, didn't really pay much attention. Anyway, we have another trial date next week. We'll probably go to jail.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Well, I'd be interested in speaking with you again. Should we, if that would be all right, I will be in touch. Thank you very much, ma'am. But, okay. Ruben, did you have any further questions? Anyone else?
No, he's just along for the ride. He's not that good with people.
Indeed. I think I'm gonna head to the orphanage next.
Oh, one other thing about that fella.
Yes, ma'am.
He smelled really bad.
How did he smell?
Like something dead.
Yeah, he smelled like rotting meat and dirt.
How strange. I see. And I'm
Okay, I don't want to metagame it, so I'm going to do my occult roll before I say this.
Okay, go ahead.
A 37. I'm sure it's under. He's got an 80.
Yeah, you have an 80. It's a hard success.
When we are away from other prying ears, the fact that they smell of dirt and death and they're dealing with things of that, perhaps this goes along with the idea of a ghoul.
sure.
You have
and therefore, if they're ghouls, that they may be staging at a graveyard.
That horrible woman who sells children to a man who smells of rotten dirt.
Indeed.
He paid in gold.
They deserve whatever jail time they get. I'm gonna head to the orphanage next, see if I can't. They have any links from there. Perhaps they had an encounter with a foul-smelling blind man.
Okay. So you go to the orphanage?
Yes.
Start talking to the people that work there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Put on the charm.
What is your charm?
40.
Okay.
See if anyone has any recollection of a blind man in a smart suit smells of meat and death.
No. What's your luck? 22?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to spend 4 points of luck to make a successful charm roll?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. So now your luck's 18.
Yep.
One of the women there says, "I saw a man like that. Yes, I tried to avoid him. He was at the carnival, the fair during the regatta.
I see. The French's fabulous fantabulum of
Famous
fuddruckery. That's the
Fandabulum of
one.
Fun.
That's the one. Yes, I've heard of that
Yes.
place.
Yes.
Do you know anything else about that carnival?
No, it was a good time.
Mm,
There was a great party.
Was the man alone, or did he have children with him?
No, he seemed to be alone.
Okay. Hmm. Did you hear mention of where they said they might be traveling next?
No.
No. Let's see. Okay.
No, I can tell you when they left, I think, once the
Oh,
game master looks it up. Let's see here. It's further back than I thought. There we go. Yeah, they left here on the 7th of June.
I see. Okay. You saw him at the carnival. Okay. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, my dear. I'll give her a pound.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Tillman. Oh, that's not necessary.
Oh, please, please.
Well, thank you, sir.
Mhm. Well,
Good luck with your
I will.
book.
Thank you so much. I bid you good day. Hopefully to be out early next year.
Okay.
I'll give her my card too. All
All
right.
right.
So
This is now
we
what?
have some info here.
Sunday the 12th. And by this time now
Well,
it's like midday.
Did you find out where the Fantabulum of Fun went to?
Oh, not yet. That's the next thing.
Well, that's what I was going to do when you guys were off. Because everything seems to be pointing back to that place. I want to see if anyone found out where they might have been. I was gonna working for a newspaper. That's what I can tell people and want to know more about them. But I don't know where I would go. Like there's
That was the day they left there. The day after Loyal was murdered, I think.
well, my idea is that could be a front for them, the
Of
group,
course.
because nobody's going to care where if they see them, they're not going to give them to a second thought, and if they are, they're going to just see a show or something.
Hmm. Indeed. We need to find out
So
where they're
things
at.
things that they would have had at the Fandabulum Fund. She could have described that to you at least, right? Mechanical rides, stalls offering gambling games, and shies, which are games where players throw balls or staves to knock objects down. Juggling, fortune telling, dancing bears, card games, tests of strength, food, drink. Yeah, it's kind of like a smallish entertainment fair, if you will, French's famous Fandambulum of Fun. Lots of traders and cheap jacks selling all manners of items at low prices, usually poor quality, stolen, things of that sort. Some gangs of local ruffians, maybe, hanging around the drunk drinking tents. Sometimes minor scuffles would break out between locals and fair people. Yeah. So, right, what do you want to do now?
I think Paul was saying he was going to go and try and find where the carnival had gone.
Yeah.
What was that thing about the Green Man? I heard a little bit of it whenever you were talking earlier, um, concerning the Robin's Bow of Thor.
Right, that was back to your very first clue. Let me go back to that for you real quick. Hold on.
You mentioned the Dream Man, which is
Yeah, I'm just looking back for the clue. I'm many pages past that at the moment. I think I might have gone too far. Nope, here we go. Let me see here. Olaf's Wormius, I've instructed Horatio to hide, and by now he should have destroyed the Green Man if all has gone well. I have buried the other things at Robin Hood's bower. You know where. Go quickly
that's
and
the
beware of blind men who are not what they seem.
It's the problem. We don't know where.
But you do know where. You found the hole in the
Oh,
ground.
just the one, right? I
Yeah.
thought there was more than one item. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that Orleus Wormius is the book that Reuben saw being stolen from the guy's house,
Oh,
which
that's
was
good
not
thinking.
well hidden at
Mhm.
all, apparently.
who
Indeed.
would be the Green Man if it's not the legendary Green Man of tales? It would be a nom de plume of somebody else.
Well, he did try to burn down the inn.
The
But
Black
that was
Lion.
the Black Lion, not the Green Man. Maybe they've changed the name at some point. Perhaps the hotel was built on top of another hotel or absorbed another hotel, like they expanded on it. I don't know. It's probably a little late to try and do research on that place from London.
Well, at the moment,
We need to.
it's Sunday, the 12th. You're in Henley.
We need to.
It's lunchtime.
Yeah.
You haven't checked out, so you do have the rooms for another day.
Right.
So, back to the hotel.
Did anybody ever check on like the positions of the moon whenever these people were being killed, or maybe something way out there? But I mean,
You mean like different astrological phenomena, things of that sort that are going on?
Always on a full moon, that sort of thing. I think we looked
who's
into
looking
timing.
into that? Who's looking into that? Who's gonna roll?
We're assuming James.
All right, James. Let me see here. Just give me an idea roll. That's your intelligence. Rob. Oh, you there, Rob?
yeah. No, I didn't roll. I rolled an 81, so there's no way I got that.
Oh, really? What's your intelligence?
My intelligence is to the other sheet of paper, or the thing window, and my intelligence is yes, it's 90. So
So that is a success.
Yeah, I barely made it.
Wow, you have a 90 intelligence. You're super smart.
Yeah.
All right. There's no commonality in the phenomenon from when the murders happened because some of them happen, or the attacks happened within very close proximity on the same days, different days, days next to each other, days not next to each other, etc. But looking into all this, it strikes you that the summer solstice is coming up on June 20th. I think it's June 20th.
That was one of my other things in the back of my mind was we keep being told what day it was and what day it was. So I thought maybe.
Sorry, the 21st. The 21st of June is the summer solstice.
And we're on the 12th now, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, correct.
Well, I'll share what I didn't, pin up to anything, but let everybody know. And I'll
that probably strikes Spencer and Ruben both as quite interesting as well, since they're both into the occult and all that.
June 20th.
You're typing away.
Indeed.
Okay.
I think that is our ultimate time limit. We must do something before that time to stop whatever
We got 8.
ritual they may be performing. I don't know. But all signs point to them trying to raise something. Whatever it is, I cannot imagine that it's any good considering the methods they're using.
Very true. Well, if they were going to do some big ceremony, looking at the clues that we've got, I doubt they'd do it at a hotel. So it's probably not at the hotel. Typically, from what we've seen, at least with that one scientific one, they were trying to bring those aliens, monsters through with the big device. Who knows? There might be tigers in the basement.
I think
Nobody will get that reference, I don't imagine.
I think we need to have to find out where that carnival has gone. There has to be some way to do
Agreed.
so. Because wherever they're at or wherever they're heading, at the end of their destination or within a short while from there.
I would suspect the ones that would most likely know would be any local travelers. So if we found a group of travelers, we could ask them. They would probably know. They might have some insights as well.
So this is, you said, what time now on Sunday? Like noonish or so?
Afternoon, yeah.
Afternoon. Oh, the newspaper office is going to be closed. I'm going to go to ask the hotel if they've got a any newspaper. I'm sure they have them from the regatta until the 7th. Those few days. I'll just see here.
Okay.
Hold on here. Let me check something. So the regatta was on the 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I believe.
It was the
So from
2nd,
the
3rd, 4th, maybe 5th. I don't know.
From the 2nd through the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, from the 2nd through the 8th.
Okay.
I asked them if they had like the local paper for those times. I'm going to look through them for articles on that mention the carnival and any possible, like if you wish to see them again, they will be here at such and such a date.
Ah, okay. Gotcha. Give me a luck roll.
Shit.
Well, this is what I said I was going to be doing before. I was going to try to find.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I didn't make anywhere near what my luck is.
So I could roll as well, or no? That was the roll.
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
2.
You rolled a 2?
I rolled a 2.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Actually, it'd be easier for me to look at this here. So right, the Fandabulum of Fun was here from the 30th of May until the 6th of June. Then they're to be in Newbury from the 9th of June until the 14th of June. There you go, 9th of June to the 14th of June at Newbury.
Newbury. 14th to the 15th, you said?
No, 9th
Sorry.
until the 14th.
I'm sorry. 9th to the 14th, Newbury.
I know the question's coming, so I'm going to look it up now.
I have a question. I don't know if my character would know this because he has a little bit of a cult. Is things happening at at um, I lost my thought right now. At Stonehenge, like it does now, people go there and do things when it's the winter and the summer solstice and things like that. Was that taking place back at that time also?
What do you mean, like tourist stuff or whatever?
Well, you know how there's people that so-called druids nowadays will go there and do their worship or whatever on the
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
even
definitely.
back then. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
And was it kind of a, I wonder if it was kind of a festival like it is now, you know, with people, lots of people coming just to watch and to see and do. I don't know. And the second question I had was, I don't know exactly where Stonehenge is in England. Is it close
Oh,
to Newbury?
hold on, let me find out. Look at the map here. Oops, still scrolling. No.
Okay. Just a wild thought.
Although, let's see here. From Henley on Thames over to Newbury. Okay. It is kind of like on the way in that direction, though, more or less. But it's a
I'll
long way.
spill I'll spill it out to my, you know, tell them what I'm thinking and what I know about it now, and let them brainstorm on it or decide not to do whatever they want to do. Just provide some information to them.
Okay.
Your well thought led to another weird thing in my brain. Probably not relevant, but this is a leap year. Perhaps that has some significance as well for them going ahead on their plans. But I suggest we get to Newbury.
Okay. So you can try to get the next train
Post
from
haste.
Henley to Newbury. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong thing there. This one. And we reverse them. No, I had that right in the first place. Okay. Looking at trains. Yeah, you're looking at somewhere around 2.5 hour train ride
And
southwest. And let me see for times. Yeah, it's afternoon now. There's one more train you can catch there tonight. Today, it's leaving at we would say 4 o'clock, arriving in Newbury at 6:30 in the evening.
I want to book a private cabin, private, like, traveling cart where we can have the door to close and there'll be room for four of us in there.
Roll. Ooh, I almost want to tell you to roll your luck.
I got money. I'll roll my money.
Yeah, roll your credit rating.
57 out of 60.
Okay, so first you're like, yeah, like they're like, oh, I don't know, they only have one car and it seems to be booked. And then you're like, yeah, but look, I'm
I'm a
a
rich
published
man.
author, I'm a very wealthy man, my name is so and so, blah 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 blah. And they go, oh, it just became available.
Fantastic.
There you go.
if
I'll
I
give
had
him
asked,
my card and I'll give them a tip because that's what Americans do. They tip,
Hmm.
even though they're not.
yeah, it wouldn't have worked for me if I asked for it.
Right. Okay. And so you then in a couple of hours you'll get on the train from
Mhm.
Henley to Newbury. You'll get there about 6:30 p.m. here on Sunday, the 12th of June. I think that's probably a good place to call it then for now. We'll pick up with you guys arriving in Newbury on the next session. Sound
Fair
good?
enough.
Sounds
Got
good.
it.
Excellent.
Even